Hey, it's me, Art of Singularity, and welcome to my new video. In this video, I'm going to be, drawing. So I'm going to be drawing for about, let me look at the time. Okay, so it's around 40 minutes, give or take. I guess you'll know. I guess you'll know by seeing the runtime, right? But I'm just going to be drawing, so it's going to be unedited, non-sped up. And basically, while I'm drawing, I'm going to be reading comments. So, yeah. Ain't that funny? I don't know what's funny about that, though. I'm just saying things just to say things. All right. It's time for the first comment. This comment is by somebody. And somebody says, watching you draw is helping me so much to return liking drawing and getting better at it. Also, very nice drawings. Thank you, somebody. And yeah, I'm glad that, I'm glad that's helping you helping you at drawing. I'm glad. Yeah, I usually find that looking at artists drawing, just look at their process, it usually makes me better at drawing and at art in general. So yeah, thank you. And time for the next comment. This comment is by Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson says, both. I like yapping better because you're finny. And I am finny. We have a whale of a time over here. I'm glad you like my yapping, I suppose. I do yap a lot. I yap because, I don't know, I yap, guys, that's it. I don't know what you want me to elaborate on. I guess you probably don't want me to elaborate on anything. I'm the one who wants myself to elaborate on something because I'm just trying to find something to say. Well, anyways, next comment. This comment is by Zoe Summons, and Zoe Summons says, you are very good at drawing. I wish I could have good skills like that. You don't have to wish, Zoe Summons. You should just become an art god. I say that casually, but I mean, if you draw for long enough and if you practice hard enough, you can do whatever you want, to be honest. Just draw. Yeah, you don't really have to wish. But thank you. I appreciate the sentiment. Become an art god, Zoe Summons. Or become whatever you want. It's your choice, right? This comment is by Kana. And Kana says, me watching this while having no solid warm-up routine? And I respond to this by saying, me making that video while having no solid warm-up routine? I made a warm-up routine video about, like, if I were to have a warm-up routine video. I mean, warm-up routine. But I don't actually have a warm-up routine. I kind of just draw, and basically, I draw the same way I talk. I just draw, and if it turns out bad, it turns out bad. If it turns out good, it turns out good. Eventually, right, I do get warmed up because after enough bad drawings or mediocre drawings, my hand gets loose or my arm and shoulder. So I'm able to make better drawings, and yeah. So thank you for commenting, Kana, and on to the next comment. Alright, this comment is by Boo Fan, and it says, every time I see your videos, I'm awed by the amount of talent. By the way, I love the billowing shroud here. It's amazing. Yeah, I do also like the billowing shroud here. I couldn't find many references for that type of hair, so I mean, I'm glad I did get to find a good reference. You guys probably know, right? You definitely know already, but next comment. This comment is by random numbers. I mean letters. So random. Yeah. What? Okay. So this person's name is person. This person said 10% art, 10% thinking about scabbards and sheaths. Munches anyway. First of all, don't munch my art, right? Okay. Let's get that just straight. Okay. Second of all, I did find out. A bunch of people commented about what the difference is between a sheath and a scabbard. So basically, sheaths are softer, or just the general term, and a scabbard is harder. So it's more rigid, made with metal and stuff, or harder materials. So yes, thank you very much. And so after that comment, I'm just gonna take a small break to comment on the drawing. So this drawing, that character on the left is actually the same character with the horn on the middle of the head and with the billowing hair, in a technical sense. But what I did was, I didn't do anything. There's just a different hairstyle here. Same markings. Okay, not exactly the same markings, but close enough, right? And then on the right, I'm doing this. It's like bending down, like kneeling on the ground, but also bending down, like on the elbows, kind of like looking under yourself. I don't know if I guess you'll be able to see it. You'll be able to see like the pose that I'm talking about when I'm done. But yeah. Anyways, on to the next comment. This comment is by Entity Yip. And Entity Yip says, draw oiled up Gojo. No. What, man? What? Bro, you got something you want to say to me? You got something you need to tell everyone? Nah. In the first place, I don't even know how to draw shiny surfaces. Okay, that's a lie. I do know how to draw shiny surfaces. But that's only reserved for special things, okay? What does that mean? Next comment by Glowcat. So Glowcat says, yeah, just saying, don't ask if you find bite marks in 90% of your art. I was hungry. Okay, so first of all, Glowcat, I will find Bordes Potato. That's your name, by the way, Bordes. Or Board. Or Boards. Anyways, Potato Man, okay? Your troops. I'll find them. Okay, we have one right there. I'll find the rest of you, and I'll apprehend all of you. You cannot escape, you cannot run. I'm going to war, and you will not win. You not win, for I have the ultimate weapon. Yeah, I have no weapon. What am I talking? Next comment by Tokyo Lights. Tokyo Lights says, nice art, I say with a suspiciously art-shaped stomach. That's interesting coming from an Anna profile picture. Seeing as Anna ends up with a, is this spoilers? Spoilers. Maybe not really, but a hole in her stomach, so I can see through you. I can see through your lies. Literally, you have a hole in your stomach. Next comment. This comment is by Degrading, and Degrading says, I'd like to be your friend. May I be your friend? Also, I like your artwork very much. Thank you, Degrading. Okay, so, sure, we can be friends as long as it's not that weird parasocial stuff. We can be friends in the vague sense. Anyways, thank you for your comment. On to the next comment. This comment is from Corrupted, and Corrupted says, thou is an amazing drawer with memory better than mine. All art is great. Your art is amazing. Thy words have touched mine soul and filled me with gratitude so deep I feel I might burst. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you very much. So you can see the pose now, though. Yeah, thank you for comment Corrupted. Thou art a valued commenter. Okay, why is it upside down right now? Why can't I see anything? What have I done? What are you doing me? Oh, I must have been drawing the face. Whoops. Next comment. This comment is by J Butthead. And J Butthead says, one of the anime I don't like much. And he's talking about Chainsaw Man. And sir, Mr. Hulk, sir. Mr. Butthead, sir, if I may call you that. If I may presume. What? That's slander. Okay, first of all, that's slander. But I'll let it slide because you're Hulk, and I don't want to be thrown around like a little, I don't know, ragdoll, I suppose. Next comment. This comment is by Matthew Fisher, and Matthew Fisher says, "No, I cannot imagine whatever ancient demon you just summoned." And that is in relation to my video where I did, can you imagine an imaginary menagerie manager managing an imaginary menagerie? Perfect, because I'm so good at doing tongue twisters. And I didn't summon anything, guys. I was just doing a tongue twister. I'll do it again right here. Can you imagine? Can you imagine an imaginary menagerie manager managing an imaginary menagerie? I'm pretty sure that's a tongue twister, and I'm pretty sure I did it flawlessly, absolutely beautifully. Anyways, on to the next comments. This comment is by Dark Shadow. Ironically, has a Himiko Toga profile picture, and Dark Shadow says, "Can you draw Himiko Toga?" I can probably draw her. I think I've drawn her in the past, but you guys didn't see that. That was in my old era, and my old digital art era, my Instagram era. So yeah, maybe sometime in the future. I don't know. I like to draw characters that I think are cool, so I'd have to think that the character is cool enough for me to draw it. I'd have to like the character enough. I'm not saying I don't like Himiko Toga, but yeah. Next comment. This is by Cactus Cat Kyle. "I'm not any better at remembering names either. You could tell me your name now and I could forget it in a day." Yes, names are in one out ear. What did I just say? Names are in one ear and out the other is what I was trying to say. But hey, you know English is kind of difficult when you're me. I have a special debuff when it comes to names, or speaking in general. Anyways, thank you for your comment, Cactus Cat Kyle. And next comment. This comment is by Indian Gaming Gata. And he says, "Why are all of them girls?" The answer is simple. I like to draw women. You can't see, but I did a hand sign where it's like I was like gesturing to like the world, like woman. I don't know. I just like to draw. I just prefer to draw women. That's just what I do, guys. I don't care. I'll draw any, but I just don't tend to draw men. So that is it. Next comment. This comment is by the rebellion leader, Boards Potato. "I see you, and you back off." Boards Potato says, "Guess what? It's that time of day again. Eats." Boards Potato, I will fight you and all your troops, all your guys, all your goons in the comments. You started some sort of wave or trend, but guess what? You can't stop me. You can't do this to me. I won't let this stand. Thank you for your comment, Boards Potato. Next comment. This comment is by Ilo. Oh my god. So, before I was watching this, I thought about recommending ReZero to you. I saw the video about to comment, but I said, yeah. I read that all, by the way. Okay, perfectly. There was no mess ups. Yes, I know. ReZero is peak, and I expect the rest of ReZero to be peak. I expect it to be absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely godlike. I mean, Season 3, peak. Season 2, peak. I mean, guys, we got tea. We got tea in ReZero, and that tea was beautiful. And Season 1, classic. Anyways, thank you for your comment. Ilo, or one of those. I'm sure it's one of those. Next comment? This comment is by Screen Hermit, and Screen Hermit says, "That's what I do, just following references. I've improved so much faster since I switched to this form of study." Yes, references are wonderful. They are so profitable. I don't know why profitable is the word that came to my mind, but profitable is the word that did come to my mind. So yeah, references really good. They're like amazing for learning and learning to draw and stuff. Next comment. Now, this comment is by, I can't tell if that's a bunch of U's or there's an S there. I'm gonna say Asu. Okay, so Asu says, "Now let your true artist instincts kick in." You see, my dear commenter, if I did that, let's just say the things I draw would be wonderful, absolutely fantastic, nothing weird. I would draw nothing weird. I am the most normal yes, person. I think I made it more sus now that I said human person. I'm the most normal artist ever, and I will draw 100% normal things, like massive spreads of anime people posing. Anyways, we'll have a quick intermission to talk about the page so far. So, so like I was saying, I was talking about the bottom right pose earlier in the video. It's just like kind of like a bending down. You can see like the shirt's draping down. I think I like that pose pretty well. I think it's okay. I may have made a couple anatomy mistakes, but I can't exactly remember or tell. I can't see because my hand is blocking the way. And the first one is pretty basic. Not really anything special here. So this one, so like I was drawing a post and I was like, wait a minute. If I just leave this character with no clothes on, it's gonna be a little bit crazy. It's gonna be a little bit wild. So I didn't exactly want to leave her with no clothes. So I was like, okay, well, what clothes can I put on? Do you want to do a pants? And I was like, okay, well, a pants is great and all, but with the pose and everything, I don't know if a pants would work. For the reasons why I thought I should put clothes on her. So I was like, okay, a skirt. The issue with this is we have the hand in front of like the crotch area, which is like, it's there. So I was like, since it's there, I need to it can't just be, I don't know. I just wanted to connect the clothes to the hand, so it would make sense for the hand to be there, I guess. So I made the skirt pretty small, which kind of defeats the purpose of putting clothes on the character in the first place. But I did it now. To be fair, if I wasn't recording this, I probably wouldn't have put clothes on her because I don't actually care. I'm not to say I'm not to say that I'm gonna draw like crazy details or anything. Okay, I'm just saying I don't actually tend to do that. What am I yammering about right now? Clothes. Who cares about clothes? Next comment. Next comment is by John and Cannon. And John and Cannon asks, or Joan and Cannon, do you have a blue sky? Yes, I do have a blue sky. It's right here with editing magic. And additionally to a blue sky, I also have filler words. I have a Discord, so you can see that in the comments or description. Anyways, next comment. This comment is by Princesses Are Evil. And Princesses Are Evil says, the taste of art. It's a mixture of time and creativity. When you put it like that, it almost seems pleasant. It almost seems great to eat. Unfortunately for you, you are consuming my blood, sweat, and tears. Or should I say blood, sweat, and blood. Please do not eat my art, okay? Next comment by Junechi. Junechi says, nice, by the way, nice Mitsuri profile picture. They say, they are terrible, quoting me, and then she says, proceeds to show the most delicious and scrumptious art. No, you can't say that. You can say that about my recent art, maybe. Okay, maybe. Okay, they're not scrumptious, by the way, don't eat them. But the digital art that I showed in that video was absolutely terrible. At least to my standard, to what I can do now, it was kind of like, eek, you know? It was eek. That's how I felt looking at the... looking at my old art is like, ugh, you know? It's like, it just makes you say, oof. But, yeah. Thank you for commenting, Jun Echi, if that was the correct name, or Uchi? Okay, I'm making a fool of myself now. So right now I'm shading the character. Anyways, next comment? Before that next comment, what are we supposed to use Discord for? I don't really know. I guess you can, I guess it's more like specifically to text or to chat. So maybe I can do like art tips or art reviews or something like that if you want that. Next comment by Calamity Art. Okay, so Calamity Art says, "Lol, I'm looking forward to seeing you get more recognition. Really talented, and I don't even know how you're good at anatomy. It's like my kryptonite, not gonna lie." So, here's my secret, Calamity Art. I am like monkeys and typewriters. I just throw enough lines at the page, and it, like, after enough time, it kind of just looks correct. Okay, well, that, and also I've drawn a lot of bodies, so I know the vague shapes that they make, so I've just I just know exactly. Okay, I don't know exactly, but I luck out. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. I luck out, and it's luck mixed with some skill. Thank you for commenting, Calamity Arts, or so I say. But there's another one of your comments right here, and this is where you said, or at least you said, can you imagine an imaginary menagerie manager managing an imaginary menagerie? You said that, and your furniture started levitating. See. That's just what happens when you say it. It's like a magic spell, really. But yeah, so thank you for commenting, and next comment. Next comments. This comment is by Zoro Baru, and Zoro Baru says, he quotes me and says, "Use ref," and then he says, proceeds to draw a whole different pose. See, to me, Zoro Baru, references are a suggestion. They're just a general direction for me to go into. So, yes. Next comment? Question mark. This comment is by Imogen Higgy. Sure, I'll go with that. Anyway, so they say, "Is that a spell? What is it you're summoning?" And they're referring to can you imagine an imaginary menagerie manager managing an imaginary menagerie? And I'm summoning nothing. I'm just doing a tongue twister, guys. Next comment by Dark Hunter. Dark Hunter says, "I think he forgot about me." I did not forget about you. Not for 1 second. Not at all. I mean, look, you're right here, right? Anyways, thank you for commenting, you three. And this is, I guess, another break. So right here, I was drawing that pose with the skirt, the very, very short skirt. Really defeated the point of everything I was doing, but hey, that's cool. That's my type of style, defeating the point of what I'm doing. Next comments. This comment is by Zeitki, and Zeitki says, "Feels inappropriate." And this comment was referring to a pose where it was basically just, it wasn't really any anatomy. It was like the shade, like a silhouette of anatomy, really. I guess I kind of did shade it, but it was like the chest, really. It was just a woman, and just the chest. So, I don't know how that feels inappropriate, unless just women are inappropriate, but I don't think women are inappropriate. I said that in the exact same tone 2 times. Yeah, I don't know. Well, fellas, is the female form inappropriate? I mean, I don't think so, but it seems to me like that's what's happening nowadays, especially like on Pinterest. You could be looking at a normal anatomy reference, and it's like perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine, just anatomy. And then in the you'd go to the comments, it'd be like, it's like, "My eyes, or it's like, "What do you need this reference for?" Or it's like, "Yeah, what is this for?" Or it's like on the front page, and it's like, guys, it's just normal anatomy. It's nothing special, guys. I don't know why you guys are freaking out. I guess maybe there's just a bunch of children. I guess that's just what it is. There's just a bunch of children on these apps, so it's like, I suppose. Or maybe there's just a bunch of people who just like to overreact. I guess it's not really an overreaction if that's how you truly feel, but guys, it's just a woman. I don't think there's anything inappropriate about that. Next comment. This comment is by Big Man. So Big Man says, "I've been drawing for a year and I still struggle Wish I can draw like you someday. Big man, you do not have to wish. You can become an art god and obtain profit. Profit from what? I have absolutely no idea. But, I mean, guys, yeah, I'm sure you can become... You just practice or draw what you like, right? Find artists that you like to draw. Find references. Try and copy them. All things I've said before. All things a bunch of people have said. Yeah, just do it. Just do it. It's not really like a thing. Look. Think about it like this. If you're really serious about improving, you're gonna improve. That's just... There's no way around it. So it's an assured thing for you to become really good at art. You just have to do it. You just gotta do it, like Shia LaBeouf said in that one meme. Just do it. And then you can become an art god. I also, too, want to become an art god, so I'm going to do that. And thank you, big man. Oh, nice Shinobu picture. Profile picture, by the way. Next comment. This comment is another one by Zeitgi. And Zeitgi says, can you draw boys or maybe Hollow Knight characters? I may draw boys sometimes. I've drawn Hollow Knight before. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you for your comment, Zeitgi. On to the next comment in about, like 1, 2, 3. No! This comment is by Oliver from Perfist. From Pefist? Pefirst. Anyways, they say, I could never make this, or he says, I could never make this. I'm trash at art. You could make it, just become an art god. Practice, like I've said previously in this video, just, references, try and copy. Next comment. This comment is by Stay Tiny Forever. And Stay Tiny Forever says, this art tastes like spaghetti marinara with Parmesan melted. Meatballs and a delicious mojito on the side. See, if everyone described eating my art like this, I might understand it. I might let it slide. But you guys don't, okay? So, yeah, you guys are not, I'm not letting it slide. Borders Potato, it's you. Anyways, next comment is... Whoops, the recording got cut. The recording got a little bit cut. Anyways, this comment is by Nana. Nana says, drawing the details that no one will see is so relatable. Glad you zoomed in, so I guess it wasn't a total L. This is about my Nazuna drawing short. Yeah, I guess it was. Thank you. Though this next comment, this comment is by Autumn No Bees. And Autumn No Bees says, I understand that this is just basic anatomy, human anatomy, but something about looking at a nude girl makes me angry. W art though, man. Thank you, by the way. So I've been around on the internet for a pretty long time, and I've just seen more and more things like this pop up. Like, I guess people just can't handle normal anatomy anymore. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the culture now. It's just the aversion. It's like a primal aversion to just anatomy, specifically women, like female anatomy. It's just like, guys, they're human. I don't know why are you treating them like it's some taboo topic. It's just draw. I mean, wait, no, not just draw. I'm sorry, I defaulted to my other advice. No, just like, guys, it's just a person. It's not that serious. But I digress, I suppose. Next comment. Final comment. This comment is by 7A22. I always see you drawing a circle on where the crotch is. Why is that? So basically, when I first start drawing a sketch, I draw like a circle where the crotch is. It's basically just to mark where it is. So later on in the drawing, when I'm drawing the legs, I know how to connect it. Because, well, yeah, so like the crotch is like the connecting point for like where the thighs meet the actual torso. So what if I need to try and connect it, right, to build the body better, I just have that marking. It's like the same thing as a center line or, any other guideline, construction line. It's the same thing as that. Yeah. like if the legs are in a different position, maybe they're raised, maybe you're underneath the character, maybe you're above the character. It helps to get a good sense of where you should place the legs. So that's why it's there. And thank you for your comment. And that's it for all the comments. Basically, I could probably find more. Maybe I could find more. Let me go look for more. But before I look for more, this is the page so far. So 4 characters in 30 minutes seems like a pretty big time investment for only 4 characters. That's like 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Yeah, 7.5 minutes per character, right? Did I do that right? I think I did that right. Yeah. Which is, I guess that's fine. I guess that's not when I break it down like that, that's not too bad. Okay. I like the pose on the left, where like she's waving. I think that's a pretty cool pose. Actually, okay, guys, don't call me weird for this, but the one with the short skirt, I think that's the most interesting pose. I think it just looks like, I think it's the most interesting one. The one where it's bending over, you can't see the face, so it's like, eh. The bottom left one, you can't see the body, there's no pose there, so it's like, eh. The one on the left, that's a good contender. But this one, the one that you can't see because my hand is blocking her face right now, that one, I don't know. I just like the pose. Guys, listen, guys. It's for purely artistic reasons, okay? I drew the character. Do you think I could possibly think any weird thoughts about the character that I drew? That's not how this works. You guys know that's not how this works, okay? And I know you know that's not how it works. Anyways, yeah. So, next comment. Okay, so this is really the last comment. It's by Abraham Ascended, and they say, how can I find an art style that suits me? Since I've been having trouble trying out different styles, but it doesn't seem to fit myself so well, or too well. So, basically, sorry, there's a small cut there. Basically, if you're trying to find an art style, I don't think you have to force it. I think, because like my art style, I didn't try, like, it has evolved over the years. I didn't try to make it change. It did so naturally. If you just keep drawing, you're gonna have an art style that's your own. But, okay, basically, if you want a head start, I guess, what an art style is, it's just a mismatch. It's like it's a Frankenstein, right? I'm reading this, I'm basically trying to remember my comment, but it's like a Frankenstein's monster of all the different things that you like about, like, art. So maybe there's an artist you like the way they draw eyes, or you like the way that they draw the mouth, or the ears, or whatever, the hair maybe, right? You like the style that they draw the hair in, or the way that they draw the bodies, or clothes, or all these different things. And so you just take pieces of all this stuff, and you turn it into your own. That's what an art style basically is. It's a big melting pot of all the things you like about art. So you don't have to force it. You don't have to try to get an art style. You already have an art style. Right now you have an art style. Maybe you can't really differentiate it. It's not as strong, but you certainly have an art style. No one draws the exact same way as anyone else. So, but you'll definitely get you'll get it more. They'll become more prominent, is what I'm trying to say. I'm stuttering, but yes. So thank you, Abraham Ascended. If that was your real name? Not your real name, but you know what I'm talking. Whoa, what is this pose that I'm drawing? Hold on, what am I doing? Whoa, that was a jump. I wasn't paying attention. Whoa. No, I don't know. No, I'm joking. So this pose, let me see. I think I actually did have a reference for this pose. Okay, that kind of sounds sus. Kind of sounds sus, by the pose. But no, guys, it was a normal pose, I think. What does that mean? What does that, I think there mean? No, okay, it was a normal pose, I promise. And yeah, so I was drawing this. I don't know what I'm supposed to be saying here. I'm just trying to find something to talk about. It's the same thing as the other characters. Oh, except for the bottom left one. That's not the same character as the rest, but just a laying down pose. I think being able to capture the body from all different angles is probably important. Yeah. not much else to say. Let me think. I haven't said this for this video. How was your day? Was it good? Was your day good? Did you enjoy it? I hope so. I had a good day. And I did not say that like I was lying, I promise. I've had a day and it was good, I'm sure. So, yeah. It's late. I'm gonna go to sleep late tonight again. It's not exactly by choice this time, actually, but you do what you gotta do, I suppose. But because I have to stay up late, I guess I'll enjoy my time and maybe draw, or maybe I'll play a game or something like that. I wonder if you guys like to... what games do you guys play? I wonder what games you guys play. Or maybe you don't even play games at all. I keep forgetting that people are busy. Busy people. Or maybe no one's busy. Maybe everyone pretends to be busy. I certainly do sometimes pretend to be busy. I think pretending to be busy it's good, or maybe not, but at least the perception that you're actually working it's useful. At least for yourself, right? You can fool yourself into thinking that you're actually doing work, that you're actually doing something of value. And it's not to say that actually it might actually be good to actually go back on that. Yeah, it's not to say that things don't have value. I think everything has value, right? So basically my philosophy is like this. Either everything has value or nothing has value. I think everything is basically the same. You can think about it from whatever point you want, but practically everything is the same. It's like everything's part of the same universe, so we're all in the same... Why am I getting deep? Am I getting deep now? Is that what I'm doing? I'm just yapping, so I might as well yap about something interesting. Is this interesting? But yeah, well, whatever. Yeah, everything's part of the same universe, so if everything is part of the same, same system, then it's practically the same thing. And if one thing of that system has value, then everything in that system has value. Everything is working together. Everything's made up of atoms, right? Everything's made up of the same stuff. You're made of the same, materials as of stars, dying stars, or dead stars, really. Well, I guess they're not dead anymore because you're here, right? Ain't that beautiful? You're alive, and so you've kept these stars alive. Or maybe the stars are even more alive than they've ever been because, well, I don't know if you can call stars living, but... So, either everything has value or nothing has value. Basically. That's basically what I'm trying to say. In any case, trying to appear busy is good for yourself, I think. When you feel like you're working hard on something, it can ease your mind, at least a little bit. You feel like you've done something of value. And when you feel like you're doing something of value, it's really... I don't know, it's good. It's like a good mental thing. It's like, hey, I actually did work. I did some good work. It's like exercising. Like when you exercise, even though you might feel bad in the moment, like after you're done, you're like, wow, I actually did something of worth. I think people are really good at doing things like that. Small things, like you can do a small thing, a small task, but you can make it feel like it was actual work. You can make it feel like you actually did something, and you did do something. That's the thing. It's not a placebo. You're not faking it. You did do something of value because, well, you did something, right? You at least had some amount of value in the action that you took, whatever that means. So right here, this pose right here is like, I don't know, it's like, what pose is this supposed to be? It's like, am I gonna keep saying it's like? What is this pose? It reminds me of like I have absolutely no idea. Hey, if you guys can come with whatever this pose is, that'd be great. Hey, that's something. It's like engagement farming, except engagement farming. It's just engagement farming. Not really. I actually do want to know, because I actually have no idea what this pose is called. I'm sure it doesn't really actually have a name. It's just a thing that people do sometimes, or yeah. I think it's nice. I think it's a cool pose. Out of all the poses on this page, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the one where like she's laying down, but you can like only see the butt. I think that pose is okay, but I don't really. You can't see the face, so it's not that interesting. It's a nice practice on like the layering of body parts. The fact that the hips and the butt and everything is in front of the rest of the body, so trying to layer those on top of each other, I think that's a useful practice for myself. But other than that, it's not interesting. Like, guys, it's just a butt. Completely opposite from that one is the one in the middle to the left with the spiral hair. That one's pretty cool. I thought the pose is like she's kind of leaning back, saying hi, hand on the hip. That's a pretty cool pose. So I like that pose definitely more than the one where she's laying down, the butt one. And this pose all the way up here is pretty cool as well. I think it's the shape of the legs, even though you can't see the other leg because it's blocked by the laying down pose. Curse you, laying down pose. Ruining everything. Not really, but you know, I can't see the legs, so it's ruined this pose slightly, but only slightly. So the top one is kind of cool. I do like the hair falling down around the character, so I think that's pretty cool. You get to see the horns. Yeah, okay. So it's the bottom right one is the most interesting one for me. The bottom left one is second, and the top left one is in third. In third place. Yep. Yeah. Oh boy. This is a long video. My throat kind of hurts. I've never talked this much. I guess I was kind of exaggerated. Especially when I say next comment. I kind of try and say it in a different way every time, so. I was a tad bit exaggerated, you know, a tad bit. I don't know. Boisterous, maybe? I have absolutely no idea. It's late. What time is it? It's actually 11. So, that's cool. That's great. I guess for the rest of the video, I'm just going to be putting in the outlines around the characters. I wonder if I should speed this up. I kind of want to be done with the video, so I think I'm going to speed it up. But no, this video is going to be like, I'm going to title it like something like 45 minutes of unedited drawing while replying to comments or something like that. Or drawing while replying to comments. Yeah, I think that'll be it. So I can certainly speed this one up. But I did say at the start of the video that it's unedited, so maybe I'll just keep it like that. Thank you for 2,700 and or maybe it's 2,820 subscribers. Either way, thank you for subscribing. Got a lot of you guys now. Yeah, I think you guys can still fit. I think around 3,000 people can still fit in a cruise ship. Or maybe I'm just severely overestimating the capacity of a cruise ship, but I think you guys could still fit there. Maybe not. Maybe not. Which color outline do you guys like most? Is it the orange? I think so. Basically, the tint on this, it's not really a tint, but the colors on this page is pretty yellow from the lights. You can kind of see them at the top right, top left. So the colors are a little bit muted, except for the orange color, the reddish colors, because those are being boosted by the orangeness, and the blue colors are being grayed out. So it's an interesting look. I don't think I mind it, not that much. I do kind of want to fix the colors slightly. I think this is a little bit of an interesting look. This video is mostly about comments anyway, so I don't mind the fact that you can't really see what's happening, but it's also slightly a problem, so yeah. I hope you guys had a good day. It's night for me, so I hope you guys had a good night. The video is coming to a close soon. I can't tell when, but it is. I wonder what I'm gonna do for my next video. I don't know. Kind of in a bind when it comes to making videos. Not for creative reasons, but technical reasons. So I need to get those sorted out before I can make the next video. So I hope I get those sorted out before, well, I guess by tomorrow. I hope I get those sorted out by tomorrow. Either way, I'll find a way. I'll find a way to make do. Well, that's been it. The lights fading from the room. The lights fading from the world. There. That's just being dramatic. It's fading from the video because it's cutting to black, fading to black slowly over the course of 38 seconds. Maybe you can count it. If you want to, you can go back and count that it's actually 38 seconds. It is 38 seconds, by the way, but yes, the video's over and I'm going to say goodbye. So, adios. Sayonara. Wait, that's too long of a goodbye, huh? Whoops.